Good morning, problem solvers. It is Tuesday, August 6th, 2019, and we are live. We're about to experience one of our best days, one of the best days of our lives. And today, you guys are lucky enough to ride with me. I'm on my way to one of my favorite clients, Al Piemonte Nissan dealership in Melrose Park. We've got some great results with these folks, great results with these guys, and I'm just always happy to go there. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is how to boost your self-confidence, and I want to share with you some tips, some of the practical things that I do to boost mine. We all have problems with self-doubt. We all have problems with self-sabotage. We all have problems with wrong belief systems, belief systems that were planted in us as children, sometimes as adults, but generally we believe we're not good enough. So from time to time we need to boost our confidence. From time to time we need to apply some counterattack and to fight the ants. The ants are the automatic negative thoughts, right? So we all deal with those once in a while. The first remedy for boosting self-confidence is to visualize yourself. A lot of successful people talk about it. Recently, if you remember, Conor McGregor used to talk about it very often, and Conor actually visualizes all the time. David Goggins, the guy that wrote one of the greatest books ever, You Can't Hurt Me, he also talks a lot about visualization. In The Secret documentary, they talk about visualization. It's a huge part. So, very fortunate to have a very wide imagination, and I visualize all the time. As a matter of fact, I have visualized everything that had materialized in my life. But sometimes when we feel unworthy, when we feel not good enough, when we feel lack of confidence, it's hard for us to put ourselves in a position where we can dream and visualize positive things about ourselves. But we need to force ourselves in this state, because sometimes we force ourselves in the negative state. And there are some things that we could counterattack negativity with, visualization being number one. So if you're in a normal state, definitely visualize the way you want to be in order to boost your self-confidence. The second thing that, besides visualization, is another tool is affirmations. A great book for affirmations is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. There are affirmations literally for any health problems, any health issues. The affirmation for boosting self-confidence is I approve of myself. So for example, if you have any negative thoughts that are just unwelcome, they come in the worst times when you don't expect them to come. They kind of ruin your days, they ruin your tasks, they ruin your relationships, those negative thoughts. If you want to stop them, because they come with 100 miles per hour, and a lot of times they come 200-300 times a day, we need to use affirmations against them. And when you put enough good affirmations in your subconscious, eventually you're going to flip the sides, you're going to raise the temperature. So one of the best affirmations you can do is I approve of myself. You're the only person who needs to approve of you. You don't need approval from everybody else. So approve of yourself. Make that statement a few hundred times a day. And don't think that's too many times, because sometimes you're giving yourself negative statements over 200 times a day. And then you're wondering why you're exhausted, right? So affirmations are great, and they have to be positive and uplifting affirmations. The easiest way to start with affirmations is by asking your subconscious a question. So instead of saying, I'm really good at closing deals, ask your subconscious, why am I so good at closing deals? Why am I so great at closing the deal, right? And then your body is designed, your subconscious is designed to look for the answer. It's designed to look for a solution. So, why am I so good looking? Why am I so good at closing deals? Why am I so good at inspiring and motivating people? Now, those are positive affirmations, right? The other thing is, you gotta set yourself up to win. What does that mean? You know, once when you have built a little bit of success, a little bit of momentum, you have to remember that momentum and growth is the only thing that matters. A lot of times when we gain a little bit of speed, we don't continue on. So there is 4 different levels of change, 4 different phases of change. The first phase is the inception. That's when we have that positive impulse in the beginning, and we feel really good about starting things. We feel really good about change, right? Then we go into deception state, and that's when we need to survive. Most people, 99% of people in the world, they give up in the deception state as soon as it becomes a little bit tougher. We have to, who said that? Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, you gotta keep on going. So that's the part of the deception. It's going to suck. It's not going to be easy. But if you keep going, eventually you're going to reach the transformation mode. Once when you're in transformation, you have the right to analyze the situation. Then you can change the speed. You can change the source. And eventually you will move into a state of identity. You're going to change your identity. It's going to feel like you've done this all of your life. So instead of focusing on to-do lists, sometimes it's good in order to boost your self-confidence with did-it lists, right? Some of the things that you've done. So create your own winning book. That's what I call it, winning book. And write down your biggest wins and some of your smallest wins, some of the ones that made a significant change in your life. And if you go back to your previous wins in your life, it will definitely allow you to remember who you are, because sometimes we forget who we are. We go into that state of self-sabotage and we forget how badass we actually are. We forget how many great things we have actually achieved. We need to give ourselves some credit and set ourselves for win. And another thing that really helps us to boost our self-confidence is if we help somebody else. So if we feel so powerless to help ourselves, then help somebody else. While we're helping somebody else, we're doing a good deed, we're sending a good positive energy. And in the meantime, we're going to feel accomplished, we're going to feel powerful, we're going to feel grateful for what we have when we put our attention to somebody else. So start with helping somebody else if you feel that you can't even help yourself. I guarantee you there is somebody out there doing way worse than you. That's just always the truth. There's many other people who are doing well worse than you. Another really helpful thing that we could do is to really take care of ourselves. Take care of our bodies, take care of our appearance, take care of our health. Get enough sleep. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I only slept like 5.5 hours. I need more sleep. We need to sleep at least 7 hours. Sleeping is extremely important. So sometimes, like I've had periods where I would sleep 4 or 5 hours for a whole month, and then I feel the pain. I feel that I'm not being me, right? Because you're going against very simple biological laws. So we gotta get enough sleep. We gotta really take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies, take care of our health. We need to create some personal boundaries, and we need to say no to negative people, to people who are pessimistic. Pessimistic people are energy vampires. I wouldn't consider myself an extreme optimist, but I'm pretty close to that. I'm definitely an optimist. So if I'm around a pessimist for 10-15 minutes, it could destroy me. It could take my energy away. They love just sucking up energy. So definitely create some personal boundaries and don't allow pessimistic people, naysayers, negative Nancy's anywhere near you. And you also need, the most important part is you have to shift yourself to equal mentality. What does that mean? We must be equal to everybody else. Nobody is better than us, right? We're people, we have the same start, we have the same finish. So many people who are sabotaging themselves or who are in depression, a lot of the times just don't put themselves as equal. This is one of my natural unfair advantages. From the moment I was born, I was really never afraid of other human beings. Not like a real fear. Have I been slightly intimidated sometimes? Absolutely, but I was never really afraid of other humans. Because logically, from the moment I was born, I understood that we're all equal. We're all the same. At least we have the same start, so there's no reason for us not to feel equal. So let's visualize, let's use some affirmations, let's get rid of all the pessimists in our life. Let's help somebody else in order to boost our self-confidence. Let's go back to did it list, not the to-do list, but what we've done, and remind ourselves how badass we truly are, who we really are, because we're very powerful, we're very strong, we're fully capable of achieving anything that we want. And life, I don't want to use this as a cliche, but life is truly a temporary thing. We're borrowing these bodies, we're borrowing these vehicles to go through life, to have those experiences. We can't really focus on that. So I hope this was helpful. Make it a great day. Be the best version of yourself. And I'll catch you later. Catch you again tomorrow.